योऽन्तः प्रविश्यावाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः विहिप्तिश्चापि नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ईशावास्यमिदं समस्तभुवनं त्यक्त्वार्थगेहादिकं ब्रह्मण्येव मुमुक्षुणा नवरतं निष्ठा विधेयात्मनि
अर्हत्वाय च तत्र कर्म विहितं
कार्यं पुरा निष्फलम् विद्वानित्थमुपाचरन् हि भजते निर्लेप आत्मेश्वरम्। द्वितीयं पद्यम्। भिन्नोऽस्माद्विषयाशयोऽन्धतमस लोकान् प्रयात्यात्मः संसारं यदविद्यया कलयते स्वात्मन्ययं ह्यात्मः तत्त्वं निश्चलमात्मनोऽपि जववत् चित्ताद्गतातीन्द्रियं सर्वव्याप्यमविक्रियं
रविमरुत्
Vanhyadi-cheshtadadhat. So we were looking at the bhashya of the second verse. So I mentioned to you in the last class that the second verse is basically the summary of the two mantras 3 and 4 in the Ishavasya Upanishad. There we saw that the first quarter of the verse is taken up for commentary, and there we ended with Andhatamasaha Lokan Prayati. So that is where we ended. Andhatamasaha Lokan Prayati. Kaha Prayati? Atmaha. Okay. So Atmaha Prayati. So this is what was stated. So we briefly saw the commentary which is given by Bhagavad Pada, and we completed the brief description that has been provided by Ramaraja in the first para. So now in page 6, so we have to start with Katham Nityasya Atmanaha Hananam Aha. So this, the phrase Atmaha, in fact at the end of the last class, so there was a question from one of the participants that how does the word Atmaha itself fit in? Literally, it means the one who kills oneself. One who kills oneself. So one who kills oneself, so oneself, the nature of self itself is described to be Najayate mriyate va vipaschit. What does one mean by killing oneself? So this is what is being taken up by Ramaraja himself for a discussion. The entire para is a very interesting para which basically mentions this. Katham nityasya atmanaha hananam. So the question arises. If you read the first sentence, bhinnosmat vishayashayondhatamaso lokan prayatyatmaha. So vishayashayaha. So vishayashayaha. So simply carried away by vishayas. So this fellow, atmaha. How does this atmaha fit in? Katham nityasya atmanaha. Atma tu nityatvena shastreshu pratipadyate. Nityasya atmanaha hananam katham. Ata aha. Ata aha means in order to explain what is meant by this, the second quarter of the verse comes. Okay? Ataha aha means in order to explain how this is to be understood, it is being stated. What is being stated? Samsaramiti. Samsara actually should be in bold. Okay? Samsaramiti. This is a pratika. Okay? So pratika means whatever word you lift from the shloka, you just give it in bold. Ayam ajnaha yat yasmat avidyaya svatmani samsaram kalayate pashyati kalpayati tihva. Ayam ajnaha. Ajnaha means atmanaha vishaye ajnaha. Atmanaha yathatmya vishaye ajnaha. Ayam ajnaha. So this person. Yasmat yat should be understood as yasmat avidyaya svatmani samsaram kalayate. Avidyaya svatmani samsaram kalayate. Avidyaya atmani. See, the true nature of Atman is asamshlishta. So he is untouched by any of the dharmas of the deha or the indriya or the buddhi. Atman is untouched by any of them. So this Atman is understood to be the locus of all these doshas. Aham kashaha, aham sthulaha, aham apamanitaha. So these are all attributes which are given to this Atman who is actually untouched by this. So that is what he means by Svatmani samsaram kalayate. Kalpayati. Explaining that. Pashyati kalpayati. Tasmat ayam atmaha. So therefore we describe him to be Atmaha. Why is he described as Atmaha? Because he superimposes various dharmas which are unconnected with Atman upon Atman. So therefore we call him Atmaha. So this is what he is trying to say. In fact, so there is a very interesting verse which I recollected today. In the last class I was quoting you a verse from Bhagavatam. That is how we ended. Now what is that verse?
Dehamadhyam sudridham sudurlabham. Dehamadhyam sudridham sudurlabham. Plavam sukalpam gurukarnadharam. Plavam sukalpam gurukarnadharam.
Mayanukulena nabhasvateritam. Mayanukulena nabhasvateritam. Puman bhavabhim nataret sa atmaha. Puman bhavabhim nataret sa atmaha. So this is a description of Atmaha in Bhavabhim nataret saha atmaha. So that is how it was stated. So in the last class, since it was towards the end, there is another interesting verse which is being quoted oft in Vedanta lectures. I was trying to recall, but I could not get, okay, the last class. See, this verse goes like this. Yonyatha santam atmanam.
Yonyata
Aha. Yonyatha santamatmanam. You repeat. Very good verse.
Santamatmanam. Yonyatha santamatmanam.
Anyatha pratipadyate.
Anyata pratipadyate. Anyata pratipadyate.
Kintena nakritam papam. Kintena nakritam papam. Kintena nakritam papam. Chorenatmapaharina. Chorena atmapaharina. Chorenatmapaharina. Chorenatmapaharina. It's a very beautiful verse. I have heard it long back. Let me repeat. Yonyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kintena nakritam papam chorena atmapaharina. Okay. So here you see this phrase is Atmaha and Anyatha santam Atmanam. Okay, the message is same. Anyatha santam Atmanam. What does Ramaraya say? Avidyaya swatmani samsaram kalayate. Kalpayati. Okay, not knowing the true nature of Atman, he superimposes various dharmas on Atman. What does this verse say? Anyatha santam atmanam yaha anyatha pratipadyate. Means, so he misunderstands him. Okay. So here kalpayati means superimposes. There it is a misunderstanding. Yonyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kim tena nakritam papam chorena atmapaharina. See, chorena atmapaharina. Theft is considered a great sin. So here this fellow has snatched the Atman itself. Okay. Chorena atmapaharina kim papam nakritam. What sin has he not committed? Kintena nakritam papam chorenatmapaharina. So this is a very interesting verse. In fact, I have heard this verse, but then today it was a pleasant surprise for me to recognize where this verse is from. So that was a revelation to me. So I thought I should share that with you too. See, this verse, I thought that this may be occurring in some Prakarana Grantha. Okay. But strangely, this verse appears in the story in Mahabharata. So the story is a very famous story and it appears as a dialogue. So this is a very interesting thing. So what is this verse? So this seems to be completely associated with Vedanta, right? Yonyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate kim tena nakritam papam chorena atmapaharina. That is why many Vedantins quote this, okay, to impress upon the importance of Vedanta. So this occurs in Mahabharata. No, in the Shakuntala Dushyanta Samvada. Shakuntala Dushyanta Samvada. Okay. So I'll just give you the reference. It's a very, very interesting thing which I discovered and I was much pleased to see a few verses before that also. It is very important for us to know. In a different context, as I was reading, I was very pleased to discover this. See, it starts like this. After all, we know the story of Shakuntala and Dushyanta. Dushyanta forgets. So when Shakuntala is taken back by the rishis. Dushyanta says, I don't know. See, this is something which, this is a natural thing for him. Now, the Shakuntala, so she talks to Dushyanta. Sa muhurtamiva dhyatva. And Dushyanta pleads, no, I have not married you. Okay? So Shakuntala pleads. Sa muhurtamiva dhyatva. For a moment, she thinks on the reply. And then she says, and the poet says, Dukkha marsha samanvita. It's a very beautiful description of her heart. Dukkha amarsha samanvita. On the one side, she feels a deep pain. Okay? That she has been forgotten. On the other hand, she also feels that so he is not revealing the truth. Therefore, her mind is not accepting his position. Amarsha literally means, we have in Bhagavad Gita, right? Harsha amarsha bhayodvegaihi muktoya sachame priyaha. So, harsha is excitement and amarsha basically is anger. I mean, that is what it amounts to. Literally, it means marshanam means tolerating, forgiving, etc. Okay? Amarsha is a state in which he is not able to tolerate what he is saying. Dukkha marsha samanvita. What does she say? Bhartaram abhisamprekshya yatha anyayam vachobravit. So for her, he is definitely Bharta. Bharta, I mean, as a king, one can call him Bharta, but he is true Bharta for her. Bhartaram abhisamprekshya yathanyayam vachobravit. This is what he says. Yathanyayam vachobravit. Okay, the words that she is speaking now is yathanyaya. Okay, so it is absolutely moral. Okay, so there is nothing which he says is wrong, justified, completely justified. That's what he said. Yathanyayam vachobravit. What he says. So she says, Janannapi Maharaja Kasmadevam Prabhashase. So she's saying, Janannapi Maharaja. This is a very, very important message that is being conveyed here from 2-3 viewpoints. Kasmadevam, as far as she is concerned, she could not believe that he could have completely forgotten. Okay? Therefore she says, Janannapi, knowing what really happened in spite of reminding you all that. Janannapi Maharaja, you are in that seat. Hey Maharaja, Kasmadevam Prabhashase. Why are you speaking like this? Janannapi Maharaja Kasmadevam Prabhashase. Najanamiti nishankam yathanyah prakritastatha. See, Janannapi najanami, I do not know you. Prakritaha, some lowly fellow. You are a Maharaja. As a lowly fellow can utter this, why are you uttering nishankam without any shy? Okay, so this is what. So she is saying, Janannapi Maharaja, in spite of knowing, how is it that you plead ignorance? Janannapi Maharaja Kasmadevam Prabhashase Najanamiti Nishankam Yathanyah Prakritastatha. Now, further she says, Tasyate Hridayam Veda Satyasya Vanritasya Cha. You repeat. Tasyate Hridayam Veda
Tasyate Hridayam Veda तस्य ते हृदयं वेद
सत्यस्यैवामृतस्य च
सत्यस्यैवामृतस्य च
सत्यस्यैवामृतस्य च साक्षिणं बत कल्याणम् साक्षिणं बत कल्याणम् साक्षिणं बत कल्याणम् आत्मानमवमन्यसे
आत्मानमवमन्यसे आत्मानमवमन्यसे.
Very profound verse. Tasya te hridayam veda. Who? The Sakshi who is residing inside, he knows. Okay, he knows your heart. You may be pretending. Tasya te hridayam veda satyasya anrutasya cha. Whether it is truthful or lying. Okay. So the second half of the verse, our question is Sakshinam bata kalyanam. It is the Sakshi. In fact, we keep saying, so you have to be clear in your conscience. Doesn't matter what the world speaks, right? So he says, Sakshinam bata kalyanam atmanam avamanyase. You are disrespecting your own Atma, Sakshi. So after that comes this verse. So the verse which I quoted now. So after saying this, Sakshinam bata kalyanam atmanam avamanyase. In fact, people keep seeking for reward. No need. There cannot be a greater rewarder than our own self. So we need to understand this. So that is what she is trying to impress upon by the next verse, this verse and this verse. So then she says, Yonyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. So this occurs in this context. So Yonyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Okay. The Atman actually being one, you are trying to present it as a different entity. Kintena nakritam papam chorena atmapaharina. What sin can be greater than this? Okay. Kintena nakritam papam chorena atmapaharina. I'll just read two more verses and then I'll just come back to this. So this anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate. So this occurs as a dialogue between Shakuntala and Dushyanta. And in fact, this also incidentally tells you how bold they have been in trying to present their views. In contrary to saying that they were suppressed, etc. I mean, she was not penalized, she was not beheaded for speaking to a Raja like this. See, you see. Dharma eva hi sadhunam sarvesham hitakaranam nityam mithya vihinanam nacha dukkhavaho bhavet. Further she says, okay, I am skipping one verse. Dharma eva hi sadhunam sarvesham hitakaranam. Okay, so you have to uphold dharma as a king. Dharma eva hi sadhunam sarvesham hitakaranam nityam mithya vihinanam. Mithya vihina means one who does not pretend. So for them, so this dharma always rakshati. Nityam mithya vihinanam nacha dukkhavaho bhavet. Then final thing, manyate papakam kritva nakaschid vetti mamiti. Having committed some sin, so if some fellow thinks nakaschid mam vetti, nobody knows what I am doing. Okay, so here he says manyate papakam kritva nakaschid vetti mamiti vidanti chainam devascha yaschaihi vantara purushaha. See, so devaha antara purushaha, the self inside knows. Okay. So Antara Purushaha, that will punish him. Okay, so that is how this is beautifully presented in Mahabharata. So the dialogue between Shakuntala. And of course, this has been taken to a greater level of beauty by Kalidasa. So the dilemma which was faced by Dushyanta has been brilliantly brought out by Kalidasa in one single verse. That also I will just say. He says, you repeat this verse. Mudhasyamahameshava.
मूढस्यामहमेषावा मूढस्यामहमेषावा
वदेन्मिथ्येति संशये
वदेन्मिथ्येति संशये वदेन्मिथ्येति संशये
दारत्यागी भवाम्याहो
दारत्यागी भवाम्याहो दारत्यागी भवाम्याहो
परस्त्रीस्पर्शपांसुलः
परस्त्रीस्पर्शपांसुलः परस्त्रीस्पर्शपांसुलः.
So this is just this. What does he say? Mudhasyam. There are two possibilities. So she is saying, so Rishi Kumara is saying, but my Hridaya is not saying. So for him there is a problem. Either I am totally ignorant of this, or I have forgotten, I don't know completely, which is also unbelievable for him. Mudhasyam. Okay. The other possibility is she is lying. Okay. Yeshava mithyavadet. Yeshava vadet mithya. So there is another possibility. Iti samshaye. Now I am in a dilemma. So both are. This could be possible. That is possible. Okay. Whichever way it is, what will happen? Daratyagi bhavamyaho parastri sparshapam sulaha. Understand? The dilemma that he undergoes in here. Daratyagi bhavami. It is a great sin. I should not do. So having committed to her, I cannot abandon her. The other aspect is, if she is a parastri, then I cannot go and touch. Parastri sparsha pamsulaha. Pamsulaha means I may be stained. Okay. Pamsu means dirt, salid. I may be stained by this act of accepting parastri. So what do I do? This is how Kalidasa brilliantly brings out. Anyway, now let us come back to this. So the samsara, okay, anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadayet. So that is what he is trying to say. So saha atmaha. What does he say? See, ayam arthaha. This is very simple. Is a nice description of our situations. That is all. There is nothing which is profound in philosophy in this para. He says, Jivaha anadikaladharabhya anadikarma vashat. So there, Chaturashiti Laksha should be one pada. Chaturashiti Laksha Janmani Prapannaha San. This Jivaha, he is giving a graphic description. Jivaha anadikaladharabhya. As far as our philosophy is concerned, so when did this jiva come first into existence is not a question. It is anadihi. Anadikala arabhya anadi karma vasach. Karma is also anadi. And then he says Chaturashiti laksha. So there are some 84 lakhs. Okay. Kinds of jivas. Understand? Chaturashiti laksha. Okay. Chaturashiti laksha janmani prapannaha. He would have gone into various cycles of various these jivas. Garbhavasot kramanadishu nana vidhani dukkhani anubhuya. So having gone through various cycles of Janma Marana, Garbhavasotkramadishu. Garbhavasaha is one aspect. So Utkramanam is coming out of it. Both are extremely difficult things. So that is what is nicely described there now. आदौ कर्म प्रसंगात् कलयति कलुषं मातृकुक्षौ स्थितं मां विण्मूत्रामेध्य मध्ये क्वथयति नितरां जाठरो जातवेदाः. Okay, so that description is what we have to understand. Garbhavasa dukkhani anubhuya, he is saying. Kutra vasati vinmutraamedhya madhye kvathayati. Okay, so he is just boiling in some fluid which is vinmutra medhya. Vinmutra amedhyam. Amedhyam means unclean, undirty, filth. Vinmutraamedhya madhye kvathayati nitaram jatharo jatavedaha. So that is what he keeps in his mind when he says this. Garbhavasa utkramanadishu nana vidhani dukkhanyanubhuya. Then teshu krimikita pashu pakshyadijanmasu karmajnana vidhana asambhavat. And then whatever it is, so whether it is the womb of cow or the womb of this, whatever it is, so it just comes out. Krimikita pashu pakshyadi janmasu. On the other hand, the janma that one gets in those creatures. So krimi, kita, pashu, pakshyadi, etc. Krimi is
Nagariyasi
chitadahati nirjeevam.
Chitadahati nirjeevam Chitadahati nirjeevam
Chinta pranayutam vapuhu.
Chinta pranayutam vapuhu Chinta pranayutam vapuhu.
Understand? What is the difference between Chita and Chinta? There is Anuswara, right? That is the difference. In the representation, Chita, Chinta. Okay? So, Ardha Nakara or Anuswara. Chita, Chinta, Tayohar Madhye. He says, Chinta Namagariyasi. This Chinta is more powerful, okay, more heavier. Okay. Why? He says, Chita Dahati Nirjeevam. This Chita is that. See, see where you are burnt. Again, funeral pyre, yes. Okay, you can say funeral pyre. So, Chita Dahati Nirjeevam. Okay, the Chita only burns a lifeless body, whereas Chinta burns body with life. Chinta pranayutam vapuhu. So this old age, so you cannot avoid this Chinta. So that's why he is saying aparavayasi Chinta divischa kalam gamayitva. Okay, vihita ananushthanaad Ninditasya sevanach. So vihita ananushthanaat ninditasya sevanach. So these two normally go together. So vihitasya ananushthana, ninditasya sevana. So in fact, that is why people always say you have to train your body in a particular way. Once you train, then it just goes like that. That is why they keep on saying habit, habit, habit. Okay. So it is when it is under your control, you just train. So then that will run as it is. So sometimes something may happen, otherwise it is extremely difficult. So that is why Vihita ananushthanaat ninditasya cha sevanaat. If you do not discipline yourself, okay, when you can, okay, so that is Vihita ananushthana. And as a result, you may also engage in ninditasya sevana. Vihita ananushthanaat. Vihitaha means that which is recommended, that which is ordained. Okay. Ninditasya, that which is censured. So you just go. Ninditasya sevanacha pretya rauravadi narakayatanam. So here the comma should be before. You understand? Sevanacha, comma, Pretya Rauravadi Narakayatanam Anubhavati. Okay. Pretya, you can even say after leaving. Okay. Rauravadi Narakayatanam Anubhavati. Okay. Rauravadi Anubhavati. Then Pashusthavaradi Yonirva Prapnoti. Or else, so this Janma, which is obtained as a result of Sukrita, so that may not be obtained later. Okay. Pashusthavaradi Yonirva Prapnoti. Natu Punaha Manushya Janma. He may not once again get this Manushya Janma. Napi Deva Janma Tayoho Sukritatishaya Labhyatvat. So these two are obtained only by Sukritasya Atishayaha. Okay? Atishayaha. Exceedingly high. See, exceedingly high score should be there in the Sukrita column. So there are scores in Dushkrita column and Sukrita column. Okay? You should have a high score in Sukrita column. Then only this is possible. Atishaya Labhyatvat. Then he says, Evam sthite yo moksha sadhana anusthana yogyam manushya deham prapyapi. Evam sthite means this being the case. Okay? So this being the situation I have described, so all that is happening. Evam sthite yo moksha sadhana anusthana yogyam. What is yogyam? See here, yogyam means, so that body which can help you in doing this, in achieving this. Okay? Yo moksha sadhana anusthana yogyam manushya deham prapyapi. Tat ananusthaya atmanam samsarat namochayati. So not focusing along that direction. Atmanam samsarat namochayati. So one who does not help himself. So relieving from this. Pratyuta. On the other hand, samsareva punah patayati saha atmaha bhavatyeva. One who pushes himself into the samsara, saha atmaha bhavatyeva, is definitely atmaha. Okay? He is indeed atmaha bhavatyeva. Why? He says, in fact, the phrase comes like this. So, patayati means one who makes himself fall into this. Understand? In fact, the loka, okay, in those days at least, ஆத்துல குளத்துல விழுந்து போயிட்டாங்க. You understand? So ஆத்துல குளத்துல. So here it is கூபாதி பதனம். So that's what he is trying to say. Atmanam kūpādau pātayanhi loke atmaha ityuchyate. So the one who pushes himself into this kūpa, etc. Okay? So he is described as atmaha. So patanam. So patanam is common here. Where is he patayati? Samsare patayati. And therefore he is called atmaha. See, instead of leading some life. Okay. So here, similarly, instead of leading a life which can relieve you, so you are getting sucked into. So that is why it is atmaha. That's why he says, Evam sthiteyo moksha sadhana anusthana yogyam manushya deham prapyapi tat ananusthaya atmanam samsarat namochayati kama pratyuta samsareva punah patayati saha atmaha bhavatyeva आत्मानं कूपादौ पातयन् हि लोके आत्मः इत्युच्यते तस्मात् therefore what is to be done? He says विद्यया यः आत्मानं मोचयति सः आत्मबन्धुः. The one who is able to relieve himself through vidya. Vidyaya yaha atmanam mochayati. Mochayati means frees himself. Vidyaya yaha atmanam mochayati saha manushyaha atmabandhuh. Yastu avidyaya atmanam samsarayati. So one who lands him into trouble. अविद्यया आत्मानं संसारयति सः मनुष्यः आत्मशत्रुत्वात् आत्मः भवति. आत्मशत्रुत्वात् आत्मः भवति. And where is it described? In fact, he quotes Bhagavad Gita here. See, उक्तं च गीतासु नात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. Bhagavad Gita 6:6. See, before that, I think it starts with this, right? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanah bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaiva atmana jitah अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. So this verse also has to be clearly understood. This word Atma repeatedly comes here. What is this Atma? Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Natmanam avasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu Atmaiva ripuratmanah. उद्धरेत आत्मना आत्मानं नात्मानम अवसादयेत. So what does this Atma? So karma kartri virodha is what they will say. Okay, lift this bottle up now. The bottle is the instrument which is lifted, and there is a person who lifts. So here what is lifted? By who? Who is the karta here? What is the karma which is? Uddhared atmana atmanam atma natmanam avasadayet and atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu. The later verse, I'll just explain more details. That is what is being quoted here. See, all that he says is the self is bandhu for oneself, and the self is the enemy for oneself. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanah. For whom it is bandhu, for whom it is ripu. That is what is being cited here. Anatmanastu shatrutva bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmi vatmana jitaha. There is one shashti, there is one prathama here. Bandhuhu atma atmanaha. Bandhuratma atmanaha tasya. Bandhuratma atmanastasya or yenatmi vatmana jitaha. So here the word atma is referring to this karyakarana sanghata. This atman is not that nitya shuddha buddha mukta svabhava which is being stated here. That is not atma. So in fact the word atma is used in several senses. So it is not that these people mindlessly, because of no choice of word, they use this. You have to understand that. Because this is also referred to as atma by most of us. So this karyakarana sanghata is taken to be atma. Aham andha, aham pangu. he says. Apangu, how does he become Pangu? So earlier he was Apangu, now he is Pangu. So that is Sharira Dharma. So this word Atma is also commonly employed to refer to this Karyakata Samghata. Therefore, you have to, based upon the context, you have to take. Now, Atmana is Aham Pratyaya Vedyaha. So the one who is understood abstractly as different from this is Tena. There are two levels in which you can understand. So Tena Atmana Ayam Atma Jitaha means the one who is able to exercise absolute control over this mind-body sense complex. Okay? So it is the mind-body sense complex which is referred to as Atma. Okay? So Atmana means the one who witnesses this. Okay? Yena Atmana Ayam Atma Jitaha Tasya Ayam Atma Bandhu. Okay? This mind-body sense complex itself is Bandhu because it helps him. On the other hand, Yena Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmai Vatmana Jitaha. On the other hand, he says, that is what is quoted here. Anatmanastu Shatrutve Varteta Atmaiva Shatruvat. So, Anatmanastu means for whom the mind is not in his control. Okay? He has let free. That is what he was trying to say earlier, right? Okay? So, Vishayasakta Chittaha. So, Anatmanastu Shatrutve Varteta. Shatrutve Varteta means the same instrument which is supposed to help us to sail through this samsara, the same instrument becomes Shatru. Shatrutve Varteta Atmaiva Shatruvat. Atmaiva Shatruvat Varteta. Okay? So, this word Atma repeatedly appears here. So, we have to very clearly understand. So, what he says is Avidyaya Atmanam Samsarayati means, so not knowing this truth, by not engaging in these kinds of powerful thoughts, Avidyaya Atmanam Samsarayati, who makes him get entangled more. Okay? Samsarayati saha manushyaha atma shatrutvat. Because he himself digs a pit for himself. Atma shatrutvat atmaha bhavati. Muktancha gitasu anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. So, in short, so the first half of the verse. Okay. So, essentially, summarizing the third mantra there. Okay. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, he says, Bhinnosmat Vishayashayondhatamasaha. So, this Vishayashaya, this fellow, Lokam Prayatyatmaha Samsaharam. So, Yat here means Yena Hetoho Yasmat. That's what we are trying to explain. Samsaharam Yad Avidyaya Kalayate Swatmani. Because he invites samsara. Kalayate Swatmanyayam Hi Atmaha. Therefore, he is described as Atmaha. Okay. So, I think we'll stop here and we can continue the next class, the next para. Om Sarve Sukhina Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhak Bhavet. Om